So, finally we're here.
Yeah.
Music business podcast. Like, I think this was like since last year, right?
Yeah.
I've thinking about it a long time.
Yeah.
But
I think earlier this year. It's this year that we met on
Yeah,
IG.
yeah. But to me, right, I've had an idea for a long time now.
Yeah.
I've always believed that when we talk about music business,
Yeah.
the issue has always been we have always focused on Lagos State.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know
Of
why.
course.
Because
That's
Lagos
like
is
the heartbeat.
the central hub
Yeah.
of music in West Africa.
Yeah.
No disrespect to the country, anyways. But then it's just like it has been that way,
Yeah.
and so it looks like if you are in any other state apart from Lagos,
Yeah.
you need to plug in
Yeah.
to the system
Yeah.
to get life,
Yeah.
and that is not really how it's meant to be, right? Funny enough, now even if you go to Ghana, now we have some artists from Tema, right? Like King Promise,
Yeah.
I think Sako is also from Tema.
Okay.
But then there are also some guys from Kumasi doing well too, right?
Yeah.
So it's just more like decentralized, right?
Yeah.
If you also go to London, let's go to UK now.
Yeah.
There's guys doing well from North London, you understand? Some guys doing well from south part of London. They're also still cool. So what I'm saying is that I think a time has come by we should try to understand the fact that the music industry grew up in Lagos.
Yeah.
But it's not meant to end
There's room for
only in Lagos,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So there's always a reason for us to always think that further we can be able to decentralize and expand. So if you're an artist in Abuja, can be able to grow in Abuja, can get your connection in
Yeah,
Abuja.
without necessarily moving to Lagos. Yeah.
Right? And I think we need someone to prove us wrong.
Gradually we'll make progress.
Yeah.
Yeah, before we go into the topic for today, I'd like we should introduce ourselves very briefly. My name is Mote. I'm a senior man.
I feel like you just let's make it like official.
Okay.
We know you're Mote.
Yeah.
I'm an entertainment lawyer, right? But then there's more to you than that. I call you a church boy. Everybody a church boy, sha. But that's why we're just joking anyways. I'm Obinna.
Yeah.
Obinna, that's what people call me anyways. Depends on how formal you are with me.
Yeah.
I'm an entertainment lawyer. I'm a music business consultant.
Yeah.
I'm also the founder of Wood Africa. Now, Wood Africa is like an entertainment company in Nigeria. So we're into emerging new markets,
Yeah.
business management, and consultancy.
Okay.
So that's just,
All right.
yeah.
Wuku Ayebafirimote, but my name is very long, so Mote works.
There's okay, what is not for us?
Mote, I'm an entertainment
Wuku
lawyer.
is your name, right?
Wuku Sony.
Yeah,
Sony.
I know.
I'm an entertainment lawyer. It's very difficult to be an entertainment lawyer without going into music business consultancy. So
Yeah.
I'm also a music business consultant.
Yeah.
I also play the guitar. So on Sundays I'm a church boy. Every other day I'm a businessman.
I also live in Abuja, so this is like an Abuja podcast. Anyways.
Yeah. All right. So today we want to discuss artists being independent and being signed to a record label. But I think before we go into that, let's go into the beginning. Let's start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Who is an artist?
And, if you have asked me this like 3 years ago, I think I will just tell you an artist is someone that creates art. Right? But I was thinking about that for a long time. Like when I got to know about our schedule for this podcast, I was thinking about this and I was like, who is an artist? Because anyone can make art, anyone can create music, right? But I don't think that really makes you an artist.
Okay.
I don't have the voice, right? But if I move into the studio,
Yeah.
I can be able to make something out.
Yeah.
And with auto-tune, I can actually come out right.
Yeah. Anybody can actually
So
do
anyone
that.
can make that. So because what makes you an artist? So I believe that when it comes to an artist, you should define it as, I call it as because that's a brand. I don't say an artist as a person. I see it as a brand.
Okay.
So I can define it as someone or something that is more of arts and commerce.
Okay.
Right? A combination of art and commerce.
Yeah.
So when I talk about commerce, I mean the business part of it.
So when you talk about this, you're talking about somebody that's into music and business, basically.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because that is the truth.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
So what does an artist do, basically? You know, we have talked about that the person is into music and is into business. So if you want to break it down into, like, what does he actually do?
An artist is someone that makes
music, of course.
right?
Composes.
Compose. He might not actually compose,
Yeah.
but he can actually be a recording artist,
Yeah.
right? So he might not be the songwriter.
Yeah.
Can just be the recording artist.
Okay.
Perform it yourself personally. It can also be someone that performs.
Yeah.
So you might not record,
Yeah.
but just perform. You're
Yeah.
a performance. Live shows and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
very true.
And to add also to that, an artist is also one that knows the business.
Yeah.
And if you notice, I keep saying the business.
Yeah.
Because I
Quick
actually.
one. If
Yeah.
an artist doesn't know the business, is he an artist?
Why are you putting this?
You know, many of these artists have people around them to understand the business so that they don't make wrong decisions. So I believe that even if an artist doesn't necessarily know much about the business, he should surround himself with people that know.
I think you're right. But I think as an artist,
Yeah.
right, you should know a bit of it.
Yeah, a bit,
A
of
bit.
course.
So it's better the fact that you have people around you that are actually so good in the
Yeah.
music business. You yourself have to know a little bit about the music business.
Of course.
A little bit about it.
Yeah.
Those things that actually matters to you. Because let's be sincere about it. No matter how close you are with someone, you're always the person that knows what you want.
Yeah.
And that finally has your back.
Yeah, you have the
So
you
no
have the
matter-
division. So
Yeah, no matter how everyone around you just come and take something from you.
yeah.
That's just honest.
Very true. Very
So
true.
everyone has permission to take from you. So just like you have to like know that you must know your business yourself too.
Yeah.
So if you contract the service of the best business manager, that doesn't make you a business manager.
Yeah.
And I think it's actually ludicrous that you can be in the music business for like 10 years and you still don't know anything about it. It doesn't
Very
make sense
true.
to me. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
So,
Some people have the opinion though that if you want to be an artist, you should, even though you know a little about it, you should focus on the business, on the musical aspect of it, and probably let people that you trust handle the business aspect of it. But I think even as an artist, you should know the business part of
Yeah,
it, so that
yeah.
when they are making the agreements and making decisions on your behalf,
Yeah.
you don't they don't cheat you or stuff like
exactly. And I think an artist makes the best music business experts.
that. Okay.
And because I've seen
Like Jay-Z and the rest of them.
yeah, I've seen a few artists that are actually so keen about their business, they're doing well,
Yeah.
right? And it actually has to do with how far you have gone. I don't mean in regards to your years in the industry, in regards to how far you have gone thinking about it yourself.
Yeah.
What's your brand all about?
Okay.
Why are you in the music business in the first place, right? Are you in to make money or just get the girls and get the fame? People are in there for it too.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, so it's actually important for us to be able to understand the fact that we as music business experts should not only consult,
Yeah.
right? We should also let them know that they need to know. Because the funny truth is that there are some decisions you have to make on the spot.
Yeah, very true.
You understand what I'm saying? And they won't allow you. Most of these investors are very corny about it.
Yeah.
They won't allow you to leave because they know if you go, you think about it twice.
Yeah.
So there's decisions you have to make on that spot. So if you don't know much about the music business, how are you going to make that decision? You end up selling yourself cheap.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to go into something like the main topic for today. You know, we live in times when while some signed artists are trying to get out of their record label, some independent artists are just praying to get signed. So we go, we are in that, we're trying to decide, is it better to stay independent or is it better to be signed to a record label?
God.
Is there anything like better safe or it just depends on every...
I wrote an article on this on my Medium page. I think it depends on what you want,
Yeah.
right? I still really believe this because first thing I will say is, what's your purpose? I feel like everyone has a purpose,
Yeah.
right? And I believe that as an artist, you must have a purpose. You must have a reason why you are actually in this industry.
Yeah.
And you must be able to decide what your brand's all about. So you tell me what you want. So the issue is, not every artist will do well on the record label.
Very true.
Let's
Like
talk
there are
about
so many artists that have been signed and you don't still hear them for years. Like,
yes,
very
yes.
true.
And the fact is this: it's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault that you're signed the record label and not doing well.
Yeah.
Right? It's just about the time.
Yeah.
And I believe that artists should understand the fact that it's really your choice to make. Right? No one is actually going to ask you. No one is going to make that for you. Right? And you should not allow any pressure make you do otherwise.
Okay.
So you should sit down at home and think, do I want to sign to a record label
Okay.
or do I want to be independent?
Like, can we talk about, like, briefly the advantages of being independent? We know the issue of masters, then we know all those stuff. So can we talk briefly about?
Now this is funny thing. Now I actually was listening to a conversation the other day with someone, And then someone was like, we're talking about masters. If I give you a masters, what are you going to do with it?
Well, I think a business-minded artist will know what to do with his masters.
That is the truth. But the issue is this. The masters is actually an asset.
Of course, it's an asset. You can sell it, you can buy it, all of that
You can
stuff.
have your masters, keep it in your shelf. That's it. You understand? But the ability to be able to ensure that you derive the maximum benefits from that masters actually depends on how much business ideas your brand have.
Yeah, I think the idea of being independent, as you said earlier, you must also, if you say you want to be independent, then you must be ready to know a lot about music business.
Exactly.
Of how you can make your masters turn to money. If not, you just have your masters in your shelf.
But apart from that, right, it also has to do with the kind of music you're making, right? And I always tell artists that I've worked with that if you want to go into a record label, the first question you ask yourself is, what kind of music do they push?
Yeah.
Right?
Very, very,
very important. Yeah. What kind of music do they push? And do they have any artists that is close? Because I believe that everybody's vibe is different.
Yeah.
So do they have any artist that is close to my genre, right? Or that is doing what I'm doing now, that is doing well, or that's making progress, right? So you don't just, this guy has the money, this record has the money, they want to sign me. No, you have to have one-on-one discussion with them. What do they want? Okay. Because someone that's making R&B music now cannot just come and start signing to streets focused label, right? Because the street label knows that they want banger. Yeah, they know that that music drops. Yeah. It's making waves.
Like immediately. You should have 2 million views in there.
But R&B artists have to wait for a long time. Yeah. Not a long time anyways. Have to grow your fan base.
They have to perform all those stuff.
You have to grow your fan base. So it's more about the kind of music you're making. Yeah. It depends. It actually controls where you're going and where you're not going to. Right. So you don't just wake up one morning and sign to a record label. Yeah. You might do that, right? But it's really hard. It's really hard. What I always do, advise artists that are not into the mainstream kind of vibe is that if someone wants to work with you, right, can enter into a distribution deal.
Yeah, distribution deal to distribute.
Like, let's make money. Whatever comes out, we share the revenue.
Yeah, without necessarily signing into a label.
Yeah, because the issue is that it's very confusing. And this is where it comes to you knowing the music business, right? Because if you don't know the music business, you wouldn't know that there are other ways of entering into agreement with an investor, other than being signed to a record label.
Yes, very, very true. Very true. So, but there's a way record labels have been painted, and you feel like these guys are bad, these guys are devils. But if you go into it, you find out that record labels in the past, they had a lot of advantages. Yeah. Like most of the artists that we knew then were brought to limelight by labels in quotes.
Yeah, sure.
So what are the advantages? Like if somebody wants to sign a record deal, are there advantages, and what are the things you should look out for, like in the contract?
Okay, you asked a lot of questions. Let me start with the first one. What are the advantages? Record labels have the plug.
Yeah. Depends on the record label though.
Depends on the record label. Well, I just believe that before you even sign the record label, you must be able to do your due diligence. Yeah. Right? Either your attorney or your team must do their due diligence to know what's the system of the record label, right? But for a record label, for a standard record label that knows what they're doing, they have the plug. They have the conversation. Yeah. You understand? So they can go to any PR company or any mainstream media platform and say, you know what, look at this, I signed this new artist, I want to push him, look at his track, they do that. They have that conversation. Right? But you can't get there unless you make some payments. It's just that way. Yeah. And we're being realistic in this podcast because people make payments every day. You understand?
Of course.
Payola is everywhere now. I don't think it's illegal again. People ask for it with their both chests, like just come and say, how much would you pay me?
Okay. I want to talk about some. Okay.
I'm sorry. So that's like they have the plug, right? And secondly, they have a standard record label company has the system. Right.
It's not just a studio with there's a department, legal department.
You have the AR department that ensures that your tracks are quite what they want. and what your audience wants, and that will sell well and reflect your image well.
Yeah.
They have a good distribution department. They have a good marketing department, and even when it comes to finance, right? They ensure that your money comes to you as a when due.
A good auditing and financial.
Exactly. And it's not like these features cannot be gotten by an independent artist, right? But the issue is that it takes a lot.
Yeah,
right? It takes a lot.
You have to build it. Like
You have to build it.
you have to build it. Right?
And when it comes to record label, don't need to build it.
It's already there. You just sign and you come into
so
it.
just
Fullness.
sign and come in and like, you know what I'm saying. But that's just for a standard record label.
Yeah,
Because I've seen record label that don't know what they're doing.
of course.
Sincerely, I don't know what they're doing. In fact, it's just that way. Because so someone feels he has money.
Yeah,
The next thing he wants to do is open a record label.
without putting the structures.
Without no structure, without no
Putting it in
conversation,
place.
without no partnership or collaboration. You just have the money and you want to push an artist. How can you do that? It's not about the money. I think we should start thinking about that now. The music business is really not about the money. It's about the structure. Because funny enough, everyone has money. Everyone can come back and say, I have 10 million, I have 15 million, I want to invest. The issue is it's not about investing. Would you get back your money on the long run? Because record label is a capital intensive investment.
Of course.
Right? You have to think about the long run. So in the long run, will you get back your money? You understand?
Yeah.
Can you be able to keep your artists to be able to stay throughout the term and duration of the contract?
Yeah, without feeling.
That's a problem too.
Okay.
Yeah.
When people sign to record companies, there's this thing called advances that is given to artists, and so many artists don't know that this is not no record label likes you enough to dash you money. Like it's a business.
Yeah, it's business.
Record label they are business oriented, business minded, so they don't know that this money given is more like a loan. They didn't dash you money, and it's going to be recouped from your revenue when you start making money.
Sure.
You have anything to say about the advances?
I mean, I feel like if you don't need it, don't take it.
It should be put into marketing.
Don't take it. Don't need it. Don't take it. Because the truth about this is that it counts, right? It counts, and most artists just feel like advances are like some money.
You know, you just come in. They have given you one 3-bedroom. They've given you bins.
But the issue is that record labels are not under any obligation to do that.
They're not under obligation, but
Yes,
I think they want the artist to be comfortable.
Exactly, but it's just a custom, right? It has been happening for a long time now, so people are not used to it.
Yeah.
That if you get into record label, they'll give you an advance.
Yeah.
But that's not really how it's meant to be. You understand? And I always advise artists that if you sign a record label, the most important thing you ensure is that you are given a recording fund.
Okay.
Right? In fact, if you have a good, sound engineer, right? They have a good mixing and mastering expert. I don't think you really need that recording fund.
I think it depends on. I think it all depends on the state the artist is when you pick him up. So there's some people on the road.
Yeah.
Like all they have is talent. They don't have a house. They don't have a good place. They don't have a good car. So I feel like for all those kind of people, a little advance will do. At least to get yourself a good apartment, to get yourself a good car just to move around. What do you think?
I actually feel like what happens is that this is actually a crowd mentality, right? So what happens is that the moment you get signed, people around you start feeling like you have money.
Very true.
And you want to show them that you have money.
So
because you feel embarrassed that you have money. But it's not meant with that. And it also depends on what you want, right? Let me give you an instance now. If I'm an artist now, and I don't really care about my masters.
You?
I don't really care about my masters. I'm giving
an instance.
But I'm just okay. From now, so I don't really care about masters. I just want to make money.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. What if I advise you and discover that you know what, I don't really care about that masters, because the truth is that no matter how much you feel like everyone cares about their master, there are just some artists that don't really care about that.
They just want money.
They want their money. Give me my money.
Yeah. They feel like they have enough talent to at any time they can make another.
So that kind of artist now would want more advance.
Yeah.
Mind you, advance is like a loan given to you.
Of course.
They will recoup out of your royalties.
And it's recouped before you start earning again.
Earning again, yeah. So you have to be in black. That's what we call black position. So you have to be in black position before you start making money again. Okay. You understand? But so I want to be like, no, what? I don't care about that. Give me. I want the money now.
You know, you just sign somebody and immediately they're already partying. They're already doing stuff.
Give me 50 million, and take the masters. But not for long, anyways. Like 20 years, 30 years.
Yeah, and to come back.
But then there's also artist B that wants to create an IP asset for the future.
Yeah.
I want to transfer it as a property to his children.
Yes.
To her children.
Head of this Tony
Exactly.
learning system.
So the issue is that's kind of artist to be thinking about
The future.
taking less,
Yes.
so they can be able to recoup and take back.
Yeah.
You understand? And you said earlier about marketing, right?
Yes.
The funny thing about it is that marketing also goes into it. So you also pay for that too.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Like you literally pay for everything. No?
So it's not like if
Just that they have the money to
it's
help
not like
you.
if you say got part of my money from advance and put in marketing. No, you pay for everything.
You pay for everything.
It's just it also has to do with understanding, right? Like I said earlier, you must know what you want. If you want to sign to a record label, just know that you're going to need to share something.
Yeah.
Because someone's going to invest in your brand.
Yeah. I know there's a saying that, of course, not all artists will blow eventually. Sometimes you put money into an artist and the money is literally lost.
Yeah.
Because the artist just refused to blow.
Yeah.
5 years, he has not gotten one hit and all of that
the,
stuff.
The thing I've noticed about this is that most times artists have not discovered the fact that even if you take less, right? If you're not able to ensure adequate accounting procedure or even contract service of an independent auditor, you may end up not being recouped.
Very true.
For a long time.
Yeah. That comes back to the structure of the record label.
For a long time. And that's why now the new philosophy now is take the most you can as an advance.
Yeah.
You understand? And then add them the masters for a bit. Because if you're looking at them remitting and recouping before they start paying you, most record labels, I don't know how they do their accounting. I don't know. Because it takes a lot of time for them to do that.
Yeah.
No matter how it goes down.
I think another issue is that sometimes some record label contracts say that what you are sharing as an artist is the profit after the expenses has been recouped. So let's say let's use Naira for example. You invested 1 million Naira into an artist, and the profit after market, after all the live shows, everything that came in is 2 million Naira. What you are sharing is the 1 million. So even if you get less than 1 million Naira after the whole circle, the artist doesn't get anything.
Sure.
So I think many people don't understand that, and I think the major term that shows in the contract is gross and net. Once you say from the gross or from the net, and as simple as that word is, it has the ability to change
a lot of things. Yeah, exactly. And I think that it also, like I told you earlier, an artist must know these things. You understand? It will help you make your own decision. Because the funny thing is that even if you have the best team, the best they can do for you is advise you. The final decision lies on you.
Of course.
You understand?
Of course.
So you need to know these things. So that's why when I'm talking to artists, I try to explain advance to them. They don't understand how it's...
Nobody likes you like that too.
So it's not like the money is coming in and I'm giving you money. No. How much did they spend on you? How much have they made back? Are they able to recoup what they made back from you?
And most record labels are smart enough to know that they are not giving you a percentage of the revenue itself, of the initial revenue, that they have to pay up their debts first. I think a good lawyer will maybe try to make sure his artist gets a little from the revenue, even while trying to recoup the...
Thank you. I think that it comes down music law, right? I think an artist, no matter how rich you are, needs to have a lawyer that knows what he or she is doing. Right. I'm not trying to in any way criticize any lawyer, right? I'm being realistic here. There's some lawyers that don't understand this music business. They treat the recording contract as a normal contract. There are terms in the contract that would sell artists for free. For free.
You won't give them money.
It's for free. And the issue is that it's all about doing the right thing. I always say, do the right thing and leave everything. If you are not a music lawyer, if you are not an entertainment lawyer, don't do that. Don't go and try to show yourself in that contract. Give it to someone that knows.
I think when they don't want to pay the certain amount a lawyer is charging for that, but they don't know that when you eventually enter into the wrong contract, You're going to pay with your time.
You have to pay more than that.
You pay that,
You have
like...
to pay more than that. I've seen a contract, right, whereby the applicable law is actually the British law.
Well,
The court of jurisdiction is the British court of jurisdiction. The artist in Nigeria, the record label, the artist in Nigeria means 90% of his audience is Nigeria. But they were applying.
I think for that kind of contract, you have to even... What does the British law say?
Yeah. Signed it. It was signed. It came to me after it had been signed.
Wow. Yeah, this is
and a lawyer went through it.
This is a case of anything you see, take it like that.
And that's the problem, right? It's actually about the fact that we don't want to do the right things, right? We want to just cut costs.
Okay. Right now, so there are so many artists in Nigeria right now that are signing contracts with labels that are not even in the country. So the label will have a branch in Nigeria, in Lagos, of course, or where else. Like they'll have a studio and they'll have a few people, and this artist will go there and be doing his music stuff, and once in a while they'll send the monthly fee or whatever to him. So in this case, do you advise that the governing law should still be the Nigerian law, knowing that the company is actually not even a Nigerian company?
Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter because the place of business is Nigeria, right?
Yeah.
The place the power of the party is still Nigeria. So that is two against one.
Yeah, but some of these artists, the way I'm saying some of these artists are still, but I hope you understand.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, so sometimes artists, they have like this international dream. They have a feeling that even though I'm in Nigeria today, like eventually, if I can have one record hit or something, I won't be here. I will likely be there. So they don't see that as an issue.
But what I always say is this: sincerely, I feel like you should also put into perspective the status of the artist, right? Someone like Wizkid or Davido can comfortably work with an applicable law clause that says the law applying is actually in Britain, or the court of jurisdiction is in Britain, because he has the money to be able to contract service of a lawyer in the UK and get stuff done. But what about an artist that is still upcoming?
Yeah.
So if that kind of artist don't have the money to be able to contract service of a lawyer in the UK, and there's a breach of contract, how would he enforce that contract? So that's what you think about.
That's true.
It's about the status. So that is like Wizkid, Davido can do that.
Yeah, comfortably
Because they have the means, the financial means to be able to execute that.
Okay. So let's go to on that thing, hiring the artist team. Hiring an artist team. We all know that for the success of an artist, like, depends greatly on the people he has around him. In fact, the success of anything depends on the people around. So an artist now wants to, in fact, at what point will you say it's time for an artist to get a team?
The moment the artist says,
it's time.
I want to go into music. I want to start making music as a profession.
Yeah.
Right? Build your team. Start building your team.
Okay.
Start building your team.
So, as an artist, I'm ready. Who comes in first?
Those around you. Look around you first.
Yeah, I look at who am I looking for? That's the question.
First of all, you're not asking me those that make up the team.
Yes,
right?
of course.
Now we have the manager.
Yeah.
The personal manager. I think that's the first person you should look for.
Yeah.
Personal manager.
As an independent, as a small artist or like.
As an artist.
Yeah.
I don't mean small or big. As an artist.
Yeah.
Look for a manager. I look for someone. Say first of all, if you're an upcoming artist, right? It actually goes two ways. Either you look for someone that's around you and can manage your affairs, right? Or you go for big wigs, right? But the issue is this: that most of the big wigs don't have time for you. Yeah. Only they believe you have that talent, right?
But if they have 5 minutes with you, like, it's what?
Yeah, it go a long way. But the issue is this, right? The issue is this, like, I feel like artists need to understand the fact that time matters a lot.
Yeah.
So if you are going to look for a manager, look for someone that can give you that time.
Of course.
Right? And I know the fact that big weeks, 5 minutes is enough to be able to make things for you, right? But then, apart from that, you need to understand the fact that the commitment to your brand is actually 24 hours.
Yes, it has to be.
It has 24 hours. And no matter how a big wig is giving you time, his focus is more on that making more money.
Of course.
That's the truth, right? So why not go with someone that I believe that upcoming brands should grow with upcoming brands, because the commitment is on the same level.
Yeah. If you check out all these artists, most of their managers have like grown with them.
Exactly.
You see that these guys have been there for 5-10 years. Like,
and funny that those managers that have grown, I'm not talking about outside the country, talk about Nigeria, talk about Africa. Most managers that have grown with artists find it difficult to bring someone other artist into that circle.
Yeah.
Because they're not able to like make that time for the new artist coming in. You understand? I think and that goes to the manager's brand. Most managers in Nigeria don't have a brand.
Okay.
It's a one-man show.
Yeah.
That's from that dish. So you must look for a personal manager, right?
Yeah.
The personal manager is the one that handle all your affairs.
Some people have the opinion that you need a lawyer first, because if you want to get a personal manager, you have to enter into a contract with your personal manager.
That's for sure.
So
I don't think they're wrong. They're right. Law is very important.
It's very important.
Very important, because the moment you sit down with a personal manager, there's things about contract.
Yes, right? Contract. You must have a contract.
Yeah.
So at that point, you start hiring an independent a lawyer to help you with your stuff. So me, I'm of the opinion that personally, I feel like you need a lawyer first, if you can. A lawyer, even.
You must. I don't know if you can. There's no way you can go through that second.
No, I'm talking about the first person.
Okay, the first person. Yeah.
The first person.
If
Some people go with if you can. A lawyer will be
I've
good.
I've also seen some managers that they're able to recommend lawyers for their artists.
Very, very true.
You understand? So that's why I feel like I feel like the manager is like the first person, because the manager is like someone that can open the way for you and everything. So the manager can have link someone that can be your business manager, can have link someone that can be your booking agent, can have link someone that can be your road manager. And all those things are very important.
But you know that all those things come from a well-connected manager.
Exactly.
So
but actually, most of these managers now have a platform whereby they can connect with each other.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not like I must have this plug. Right. I know of a manager. Let me give a shout out to Oma. Oma is a very amazing manager. She had the plug. Right. But I feel like she's going to be one of the best. And the issue is this: she knows people around her with the same energy, with the same commitment, that can be able to do the thing she wants. So, the same way I said that you feel like the first person should be a lawyer, I also feel like the first person should be a manager. I'm a lawyer, right? But I'm not saying with you. Because I think, you know what? Let's reach an agreement. You need both of them. Because if they work together,
it's mad. Like,
because you don't need to have one person. Because even the personal manager you're bringing in now must need someone to draft the contract.
Of course. Yeah. So I think you need. If you want one person, then you need a lawyer as a manager.
That'd be mad. But it's not a conflict of interest.
Yeah. Well, it could be. It could be. Yeah.
And that's another thing to talk about, conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest.
It's very important too.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to choosing or hiring a team, conflict of interest is very important.
I think the basic thing is when you are in the middle trying to choose who to, you must make it known to both parties that you have this interest, and if they give you the go ahead, then
yes. But our issue is this now, whereby the lawyer was recommended by the manager, and the lawyer is working for the artist.
Okay.
It's psychological, right? You understand?
I get you.
Who pays the piper actually takes the tune. So if I recommend the lawyer to you, right, and the lawyer is working with us as the brand, the lawyer in a way would actually be working in a way, maybe not directly, not consciously, but working in favor of the manager. You understand? I think it happened a few months ago. This issue Migos had with their lawyer.
Okay.
They were accusing him of the fact that he's working more closely with the record label than them. So conflict of interest is very important. Like, you must be able to ensure that everyone on your team has your best interest.
Yes, of course.
100%. You understand? And I've also seen a platform whereby the lawyer was recommended by the manager, but the lawyer also had 100% interest the interest of the artist and giving the artist what he or she wants.
Yeah.
So it goes both ways.
All right. So we've talked about lawyers. We've talked about managers. Who else?
Business manager.
Business managers.
I feel like I feel like the business manager is very important. You understand? And this is the problem. Most managers don't know that we have two kinds of managers.
Yeah.
We have personal managers.
Yeah.
We have business managers.
Some managers double as both. Like.
And most of them don't even know what they're doing. Tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Most of them know what they're doing. I believe that as a manager, you must be able to know what you are good at. And most of the times, it goes from where you trained at. So if your mentor was a business manager, you end up doing more business stuff, and you find it very irritating.
Yeah.
Answering artists all the time, or you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they always want you to be around, and what's wrong with you now? Because you grew up with someone that you actually you're mentored by someone that knows only the business part of the business, the sector. So what you need to do is that you need to understand, what am I good at? Am I only a personal manager? So I just handle the affairs of the team and sure everything is going well, or am I a business manager? So I'm more of like business. How to make sure that the artist makes money. You understand? And that goes a long way in terms of your area of specialty. If you're able to determine your area of specialty, your value will increase and your commission will increase. You understand? So you come and tell me I should give you 20% commission net rate of my artist. I'm asking you, what are you going to do for me? You're not even you're just an upcoming manager. What do you mean about?
The upcoming manager.
No, that's true. Now give me 20%. What are you going to do for me? You understand? So I think the issue around this is that even the manager doesn't know what they're doing. If you want to be a manager, what are you? Are you a personal manager? Are you a business manager? Or are you a road manager? Know what you are doing. You understand? And I also believe that as an upcoming artist, you don't need all of them at the same time.
I think you need to start from the personal manager.
Yes, you need a personal manager.
Yes.
You also need a lawyer.
Then those are we have established that those are the first.
A business manager. But the issue is this now, we don't have much business managers in Nigeria.
I think we have them upcoming managers.
If anyone that's actually listening to us now should, if you're actually interested in music business, just go and start reading up how to be a business manager.
That's a loophole that needs to be filled.
Yeah. Just work on it, right? Because I feel like the market is open for everyone. But you're able to choose where you're coming from. Don't just come in and start doing everything.
Of course. You have to be known for a certain
stuff. Yeah.
I think it has been a long conversation.
Yeah. I think we have done today.
So in the next 1 minute, your advice to music artists.
I think I'll just advise them to like follow our podcast, right? We're giving you real stuff, real gist. We're not going to like sugarcoat anything. We're giving you real stuff. And secondly, you can be able to do things from wherever you are, right? Don't need to go to Lagos. To the best, right? But I believe that you must be able to know the music business. Yes, and so we'll come back. Our next episode is coming out very soon. So